This is the story of a record-breaking voyage. Few American aircraft carriers have matched what the USS Gerald R Ford has achieved. When she left Virginia in June 2025, few would have predicted she would still be deployed nearly 10 months later, longer than any American aircraft carrier since the Vietnam War. So where did the carrier go and what has she been doing? USS Gerald R Ford left Virginia on June 24, 2025, crossing the Atlantic and entering the Mediterranean for the first time. After taking part in Nato exercises in the Adriatic and Central Med in early August, the carrier group headed north, sailing through the English Channel and entering the North Sea. She then visited Oslo before heading into the Arctic to operate off the North Norwegian coastline. The carrier group then headed back into the Mediterranean and visited Split in Croatia. In late October, the carrier group was ordered to head to the Caribbean as part of the build-up of pressure on the Maduro regime in Venezuela. After a brief stop at St. Thomas, she began counter-narcotics and security missions, with the first sanctioned tanker boarding taking place on the 10th of December. Throughout December and January, USS Gerald R Ford remained in the central Caribbean, with a raid on Caracas to capture Nicolas Maduro taking place on the 3rd of January. In mid-February, the carrier was ordered back to the Mediterranean, conducting a rapid crossing of the Atlantic for the third time as US forces built up pressure on Iran. She transited the Strait of Gibraltar for the fifth time on February 20th, and after a brief stop in Crete, was positioned off the Israeli coast a day before Operation Epic Fury began. Following a week of airstrikes against Iran, the carrier transited the Suez Canal to continue operations in the northern Red Sea. After only 5 days in the Red Sea, the carrier suffered a major fire which is believed to have caused damage to the ship's laundry and part of the accommodation, and injured 3 crew. This resulted in Gerald R Ford heading north, back through the Suez Canal after only 2 weeks and coming alongside in Suda Bay, Crete. The ship then headed to Split in Croatia for a port visit before heading back to the Eastern Med. The previous post-Vietnam War operational deployment record of 294 days in 2020 was held by USS Abraham Lincoln. During the COVID pandemic, USS Nimitz was away from her home port for 341 days, but the fact she was kept in a quarantine bubble for some of this time means this figure isn't counted as a deployment record. Finally, spare a thought for the Arleigh Burke destroyer escorts deployed with the Gerald R Ford. Their crews also share the dubious record of longest deployment. For comparison, the longest Royal Navy recent trips away are around 8 months during the Carrier Strike Group deployments to the Far East. If you enjoyed this video, like and subscribe to our channel.